Viewer discretion is advised.
Boom, perfect timing.
Chris Grisette was driving down the road when he noticed a Fairfax County police cruiser driving in the same lane in front of him. The police cruiser was signaling left to turn into the Mason District Police Station. As Mr. Grisette passed the police cruiser, he noticed in his rearview mirror that the police cruiser quickly turned back into the lane behind Mr. Grisette's vehicle. Through past experience, Mr. Grisette immediately knew he was about to get pulled over.
So on this particular night, the girl that I was dating at that time, she and I had met up, and a friend had needed a ride that night. So we went, picked them up. We're on our way, dropping them to the house. We're on Columbia Pike. Where I lived at the time was close to the Mason District Police Station. The vehicle that I was driving was a Toyota, I believe it was a Corolla, and it had those HID lights on it, the ones with a white with like a hint of blue in it. I noticed a squad car, in my lane ahead of me, about maybe 500 feet. It signals left to go into the Mason District Police Station. So I assumed, police car going into the police station. As I passed him, he quickly got back into the lane behind me. So I motioned to everybody in the car that, we're getting ready to get pulled over. He stopped me literally maybe 300 feet. So I pulled into what's known as Belvedere Elementary School. I pulled into that parking lot. I took off my seatbelt, got the registration ready and whatnot, and I waited for him to show up. He showed up to the car and stated who he was and the reason why he had stopped me, and it was for lights. When he mentioned non-permissible lights, I quickly stated, well, this car is not mine, because I'm thinking about what I got to do in court. How am I going to prove that it's not how do I avoid paying this? It's not my car. So not knowing, I am starting to tell him, it's not my car. However, the owner of the car is here. While saying that, he just immediately I said license and registration. His tone immediately became aggressive, and I think it startled us. So when he didn't acknowledge that anything that I said about the passenger being in the car, when he didn't acknowledge that and just yelled, repeated what he stated, I kind of got defensive and I started recording him.
You give me the ticket for what?
Please sign your name right here, sir.
What are you giving me a ticket for?
Sir, please sign your name right here. I've already explained it to you.
You got 4 witnesses in the car.
Sir, are you going to sign the summons? If you're not, I'm going to have to take you for a magistrate.
You going to what?
Are you going to sign the summons? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm going to sign the summons. Okay. But I want to know what is the summons for?
I've already explained it to you. I'm going to give you a copy of it.
And this is not my car. This is not my car, and you have the registration.
If you want to discuss it, come to court on January 9th. Come to court, we'll talk about it.
On a car that's not mine. This has never been done. On a car. The car is not mine. It's not registered to me.
Are you going to sign the summons or not?
How are you giving me a ticket on a car that's not mine? It's her car. Her lights. I have nothing to do with it.
Okay, you also have objects hanging from your mirror. If you want, I can go back and write you another ticket.
But it's not my car.
Okay, I'll be right back.
What is it want? Chris, what's it
All right, sir. Come on out. Come on, step out of the car.
4.
Okay, step out of the car.
4.
Step out of the car, sir. So I can issue the summons. Come on, step back here.
You can issue the summons here. I'm quite comfortable in the car. It's cold out there.
Step out of the car, sir. Sir, I need you to step out of the car, please.
If you're giving me a summons,
sir,
the clipboard should be here.
Sir, I need you to step out of the car, please. Come back here and sign the summons.
Before he said he had the summons here. Now he wants me to step out the car. Come on now. You have to give me 3 tickets on a car that's not mine? Come on, man. You gotta be serious. He's giving me a summons, 3 summons on a car that's not registered to me. Here it is. Now he wants me to come out the car to sign a summons that he was originally coming to the car to have me sign. Here it is. 30-degree weather. That's Virginia for you.
Sir, please step out of the car and come back here and sign the summons. Come on. We stand here all night long if you want.
Yeah, shoot, the boots better be comfortable. I feel safer in the car, if that means anything to you.
Okay, well, I need you to step out of the car for me, okay?
Okay, I understand what you need, but I feel safe in the car. My safety comes first. My health.
Step out of the car. Step out of the car. You can bring your phone with you. I don't care.
I know.
Come on.
To make this easier, and I think it's Regan, just bring the clipboard like you originally had.
Sir, I need you to step out of the car and sign the summons so we can get down the road, okay?
Okay. Just bring the summons so I can sign it.
No, I need you to step out of the car. I need you to do it now.
For what? It's cold outside. And I feel safer in the car, quite frankly.
Okay, sir, are you going to sign the summons?
Yeah.
Okay, step back here and let me have you sign the summons.
Oh. Just bring the summons so I can sign it.
No, sir. I need you to step over here and sign the ticket so I can talk to you.
You can talk to me here.
Sir,
You're giving me a summons on a car that you know is not registered to me. So you understand that you're kind of pushing your rules a little bit. So, yeah.
I'm going to try this one more time, and if you don't, you're going to be placed under arrest. Okay? And you just sign your name here. Summons for unauthorized lights, for not wearing a seatbelt,
No.
and for
No, all you guys.
obstruction
We got four people in this car, right?
right?
What color is that, and what color is the blood he has? It's amazing how his lights are blue and he
Sir,
can't
are you going to
tell.
sign this summons?
Yeah, I'm going to sign it. You got, okay, me. All right. Yeah. All right, so you see that the lights, hold up. Let me get a
Sir, I'm
good
going to
view.
ask you one more time to sign the summons.
Oh, the summons going to be signed.
Okay, go ahead and sign it for me, sir.
This is the lights. He's pulling over for blue lights, and let's take a look at what blue lights look like.
Sir, I'm not going to ask you again. This is the last time.
All right,
sign
now
the
he's
summons
giving
or
me
you're
a
placed under
summons
arrest.
for... Oh, I have to do this. Unauthorized lights,
I'm going to give you a copy of it.
no safety belt, although the safety belt was on. I don't know how he saw that. I really don't. And objects obstructing driver's view.
Whoa.
Obstructed.
And it's original. Wow. Wow.
I'm telling you, man.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Seriously.
This one. So at this point, he's issued me a ticket for lights, seatbelt. The seatbelt came about where he told me last minute, and I said, hey, I took my seatbelt off to get you the registration. At that point, the ticket was already written, and also for the dangling objects. So at this point, I'm frustrated now. He's being petty. So I signed the tickets. I'm using my phone to record on my right hand. I signed the tickets with my left hand. I give it back to him. He goes back to the car, comes back, and tells me that the signature that I gave him does not match the signature on my license. At this point, I'm now thinking, all right, he's doing the most. Give it the sloppiest signature. Yo, give him my left hand signature.
Let me have my clipboard back.
All right.
Sir, give me back the clipboard with the summonses on it. I will give you your copy.
Oh, okay. I was gonna take the copy myself, but yeah, these are the kind of guys that I'm gonna put on YouTube. I'll put on it. His name, Officer Regan. Officer Regan. I gotta get his badge number.
Check this one out, man. He's literally like, what the freaking thing, like,
Let him look.
Sir, the scribbles you put on here is nowhere near the signatures you have on your driver's license. I need to sign it the way your driver's license is signed.
That's my signature.
Okay.
That's my signature.
This is not your signature.
Yeah? No, he's not my signature. I can't do this. I give you a signature. I give you what you want. Now you're asking for more.
I need you to sign it the way your driver's license is signed, okay?
That is how my driver's license is signed.
Please sign
Signature is different every time.
it. Please sign it, sir.
It's signed,
It's nowhere near where your signature is on your license.
but it's signed. And it's from
not
me.
your signature. I need you
It's
to sign
not
it the
my.
way
He's
you
telling
sign
me
it
it's
on your
not.
license.
He's telling me it's not my signature. Whose signature is it then?
Sign it the way it's signed
Whose
on
signature
your
it is? Just saw me sign the paper.
Sir, you did not sign this the way it's signed on your driver's
It's not
license,
signed
okay?
the way
Are you
it's-
not going to sign it?
I signed it.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
It is not the way you sign your signature on your driver's license. Okay, scribbles across the page is not the way it's signed.
That's how my signature looks on my driver's license as well. Yeah.
And you just sign it the way it's signed on
Let me see how it looks on there.
It's not the way it's signed on there.
It looks.
Please sign it correctly.
Yeah, it looks perfect to me.
Please sign it correctly.
There's nothing too correct. That's my signature.
Please sign it correctly.
Give me a hard time.
Long day. 12-hour shift, man. The signature is on there. What else do you want?
This is not the way
Am I free to go?
on your license.
Am I free to go? Am I free to go?
This is not the way it's signed on your license.
But it's signed, and it's my signature.
It is not the way it's signed on your license. It is not your true signature. I need you to put your signature on there, not scribbles across the page. Please try again.
You hear it? A signature is like a scribble. I don't even understand it at this moment. I think he wants to
understand it when I take you before the magistrate and tell him you're refusing to sign the summons.
It's signed. What is he going to tell you? It's signed. It's signed. What are you telling me?
Nowhere near.
Oh. Then what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What did you see me do? Did you see me sign it? Because I have 3 witnesses.
One more time to sign it. Are you going to sign the summons?
Hold on.
Are you going to sign the summons?
Did I sign the summons?
Yes.
Did I sign it?
Yeah.
Did he watch me sign it? You got 4 people saying that they watched me sign it.
Sign it the way
I signed it. I signed it.
Yes or no?
I signed it.
Are you signing it the way it's on the clipboard? Yes or no?
That is my signature. You're going over. Come on. He was trying to get me to admit, or trying to get me to say, I'm not going to sign the ticket. That's what I was feeling he was trying to get me to say. I'm not going, or waiting for me to say, no, I'm not going to sign the ticket. But you'll see me keep repeating, I signed your ticket. I signed your ticket. However, he reached in the vehicle, and that's when I jumped and I locked the door. I believe he tried to unlock the door, and I locked the door. And then I pressed the up window, close the window. Now, it's automatic at that point, so I wasn't holding it. As it's going up, that's when you see him break the window. He then turns to his partner, grabs his taser, and says, now you're under arrest for assault.
The car. Step out of the car, or I'm taking you out of the car.
You're taking me out of the car for what? Your tickets are signed. I haven't gotten my copy yet.
Step out of the car.
Nah, I don't even feel safe around you. Nope.
Step out of the car.
Nope. He really did it.
Now you're under arrest for assault.
Assault?
Whoa, buddy.
Step out of the vehicle.
Get out of the car.
Tase me? Step out of the car, you're getting tasered. Step out of the car. Get out of the car, you're getting tasered.
Buddy, what is going on?
You're getting tasered.
Get out. Just stay up, Chris. Okay. Just get up, Chris. It's fine.
Chris Grisette was arrested and charged with assault on a law enforcement officer, possession of marijuana, having no marker lights, a safety belt violation, and having non-permissible lights. While reviewing these documents, one thing immediately stood out to me. The date on some of these documents are incorrect. I would ask Mr. Grisette regarding the incorrect filing dates. He would explain to me that when Detective Sean Regan arrested him on November 13th, he would file the charges in the system on November 14th, but for some reason, he would file duplicate charges on November 15th, which created a whole new docket. Mr. Grisette explained to me that he thinks that this was intentional by Detective Regan in order to get him into further trouble had he not noticed it sooner. During my investigation, I found that Detective Regan has a history of misconduct. He's been sued on at least 2 occasions that we know of. A lawsuit from 2010 states Detective Regan had been harassing a man by the name of Jeffrey Gattosi since 2002. During that 2010 incident, Detective Regan would tase Mr. Gattosi twice without provocation and then would shove his then 8-month-old pregnant fiancée. Mr. Gattosi would be charged with disorderly conduct, and his fiancée Jolene Sloan would be charged with obstruction of justice. In December of 2010, both Mr. Gattosi and Ms. Sloan were found not guilty on all charges. In 2012, the couple would file a lawsuit against Detective Sean Regan, citing assault and battery, false imprisonment, and false arrest. Today, Sean Regan is still employed with the Fairfax County Police Department. He has since been promoted and now works as a detective for the Major Crimes Division.
Now, dealing with trying to get a public defender at the time, trying to get the evidence off the phone seemed very askew at the time. It seemed like almost like my public defender wasn't like he was intimidated by this type of case, because all he had to tell me was I was in the right. Like all he had to tell me was that I had a defense, and I couldn't get that. It was like he didn't know. He was making it seem like the pulling up the window was the assault. So I mean, we were just the perspective was just different. Had I had been properly represented, I didn't have the funds for a lawyer at the time. Had I been properly represented, I would have been more confident going up to trial. I actually ended up taking a plea. So at the time, I didn't know what obstruction of justice was. I didn't know it was my first obstruction of justice charge. I didn't know what it was, but I felt like it was better than a felony assault. I asked him, is there a hefty fine with it? I was just looking at my pockets at this point. How do I fix this, or how do I end this the safest way, which I believe a lot of people find themselves in when they're in court. It's not like there's no justice at this point. It's more of like you have to plead to something that you necessarily don't agree with.